Resting on its long-term tradition of sports vehicle fabricating, Porsche instills every one of its vehicles, including SUVs like the 2024 Cayenne, with an enjoyable-to-drive nature that is difficult for opponents to coordinate. Albeit the Cayenne is a fair-size SUV, it feels light on its feet in corners thanks to a skillfully tuned body. It's likewise fast, particularly with one of its high-yield powertrains that remember an accessible fitting for crossover and a twin Super V8. Porsche's biggest SUV is likewise extravagant, with a refined ride, a calm launch, and a lot of tech and comfort highlights. While it may not beat a 911 Super, the Cayenne offers a lot of physicality to fulfill its driver while likewise giving more than adequate space to individuals and freight. The Cayenne gets a styling revive this year, though a gentle one. Changes to the outside require a sharp eye, yet inside, the Cayenne gets another dashboard plan with more computerized land, another controlling wheel borrowed from the 911 Games vehicle, and another switch-type shift switch mounted on the dashboard. Porsche has raised the stakes on its exhibition no matter how you look at it, as well. The base model gets 13, a larger number of torque than previously, while the E-half acquires 9 horsepower. The S-trim gets the greatest lift, as it drops its twin Super 2.9-litre V6 for a 468 horsepower twin Super 4.0-litre V8. We're exceptionally partial to the passage-level Cayenne, which comes standard with a 12.3-inch touchscreen, a 10-speaker sound system, and a Wi-Fi area of interest, among other famous gear, and our liked design would develop that with insightful choices. We'd add the superior bundle that incorporates encompassing inside lighting, versatile journey control, and all the more impressive Bose Encompass sound framework, warmed front and back seats, and an all-encompassing sunroof. We'd likewise upgrade its on-street execution and rough terrain abilities with the Game Chrono bundle, the rough terrain bundle, and the versatile air suspension. Porsche will give you the Cayenne access multiple ways, beginning with a turbocharged 3.0-litre V6 that makes 348 pull. The module half weds an electric engine and a turbocharged V6 for a consolidated 463 torque. The Cayenne S flaunts a 468 horsepower twin Super V8 with an extraordinary sounding exhaust note and stunning speed increase. We expect to reach beating GTS trim with significantly more power, however Porsche hasn't affirmed that model at this time. All motors pair with an adroit 8-speed programmed transmission and all-wheel drive. While making whatever weighs multiple tons move smoothly is testing, the specialists in Stuttgart were effective with the Cayenne. At the point when we had the option to test a Cayenne S and thought that it is comparably athletic and refined as last year's model. Versatile dampers are currently standard across the Cayenne arrangement, and most trims will have extra execution choices that incorporate a customizable air suspension, 4-wheel controlling for further developed mobility, and dynamic enemy of roll bars for complement cornering. The Cayenne's driver and front traveler face a mass of computerized shows that stretch the whole length of the dashboard. In the middle is a 12.3-inch touchscreen with remote Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capacity. To one side of that is an auxiliary, and discretionary, 10.9-inch show for the front traveler, which Porsche says can be utilized to transfer video content since it includes a well-being system that makes it undetectable from the driver's vantage point. There's a different 12.6-inch screen implied only for the driver, settled behind the directing haggle vehicle speed, the tachometer, an outing PC, and different capabilities. The 2024 E-half's reach ought to be somewhat higher than previously, on account of an augmented battery pack that lifts assessed usable limit from 14.3 kWh to 20.6. Last year's model was evaluated for up to 15 miles of electric driving, so we hope to see a scope of around 25 miles. Porsche has additionally overhauled the E-half-breed's installed charger to take into consideration quicker charging times. Inside, the 2024 Cayenne gets another dashboard plan with additional screens and a look that is motivated by the Taycan EV vehicle. The SUV's controlling wheel has been supplanted by one acquired from the 911 Games vehicle, and the check bunch is currently completely computerized. A switch shifter is mounted on the dashboard, opening up space on the mid-control area for a capacity niche. Porsche basically gives a fresh start inside the Cayenne for clients to customize as they see fit. Everything from the inside trim to the safety belt tones and the surface materials can be separately chosen, quite often with a firm extra expense. Notwithstanding conventional choices, warmed and ventilated front and back seats, for example, the Cayenne offers positive updates like more steady seats, rubbing front seats, and 4-zone environment control. Rivals like the Audi Q7 and the Volvo XC90 have 3 lines while the Porsche has just 2. However, essentially the Cayenne's rearward sitting arrangement is flexible and gives a lot of loosen-up space. The Cayenne captivates Porsche lovers with adequate traveler limit and freight volume, which are far more prominent than any 911s. The EPA hasn't delivered mileage gauges for the 2024 Cayenne yet, however, regardless of its extra power, we're not anticipating significant changes in that frame of mind for the base model. The 2023 Cayenne was evaluated for 17 miles per gallon city and 22 miles per gallon roadway when furnished with the turbocharged V6 motor, and the enhanced one will most likely stick near those numbers. Whenever we get an opportunity, we'll take the new Cayenne on our 75-mile-per-hour roadway efficiency test course and update this story with results. The Cayenne is accessible with a large group of driver help innovations to guarantee traveler security. Each model has forward impact advance notice and stopping sensors at the 2 closures. It even backings night vision with a discretionary infrared camera. For more data on the Cayenne's accident test results, visit the Public Parkway Traffic Security Organization and Protection Foundation for interstate well-being sites. Key security highlights include accessible versatile journey control with path focusing capability. Accessible vulnerable side observing and back cross traffic alert. Accessible path takeoff cautioning and path keeping help. Porsche provides a competitive limited and powertrain warranty. However, BMW and Volvo provide lengthier coverage for complementary scheduled maintenance. Limited warranty covers 4 years or 50,000 miles. Powertrain warranty covers 4 years or 50,000 miles. Complimentary maintenance is covered for the first year or 10,000 miles.